Boom, 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 boom. San Joaquin, San Joaquin, so fresh and so clean. San Joaquin, San Joaquin, so fresh and so clean. He's got about 16 teens, living it up. He makes babies every day, just for the fun of it. San Joaquin, San Joaquin, so fun and so clean. So fun and clean. San Joaquin, San Joaquin, so fresh and so clean. What's up? What's up, everybody? Here's a video from San Joaquin News Network, one of the sons of the main San Joaquin. Can't keep track of him, man. Guy makes a lot of love, obviously. This is actually the end of the video, but it has cool graphics and music. And this video I made because it's good, and because this cop sucks, and because I have an ego. And what's my ego worried about in this video? The term copsplain. Even though I didn't invent it, it was a guy named Luck Foyers who invented the term. I definitely coined the term and made it common usage. So, this is a great video. Here's a little music, and then we'll get into it. Alright.
I can just say, I'm just sitting here. I have a legitimate reason to be here. That should be the end of it. Okay, you're good? Have a good day, sir. But you want to escalate it. I don't know if you want to let your ego get in your way, get on your judgment.
You don't know me, bro.
But that,
bro, you
that's
obviously
it.
Obviously we do know you, because that's exactly what happens in this video.
Well, we're still talking when we shouldn't be. I already said I don't...
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to San Joaquin News Network. Today's video comes to you guys out of Greenburgh, New York. By the way, here, this channel going by the name of Dog. This video...
So subscribe to San Joaquin News Network and Dog. San Joaquin, this kid, I recognize him by his voice. He's making fantastic videos.
What you guys are about to see is no longer on his channel, but down below will be his channel link in the description. You guys are going to absolutely love what you're about to see, so I'm not going to get too much into this video. Let's jump right into it.
By the way, I interrupt videos and pause them all the time, so if you don't like it, you should leave now and go watch this original video.
How you doing?
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
What's going on? How may I help you? Somebody...
Okay. What's going on? How are you, sir? How can I help you? And he says he doesn't come up with an attitude, and later you're going to hear him say, I was totally polite. Look at his face. Look at his body language. Look at everything here. Okay?
Called in a complaint.
Well, I didn't call you.
I'm sorry?
I didn't call you.
Okay, but I'm here.
Okay, yeah?
I didn't call you. Okay, but I'm here. In other words, you're going to have to deal with me. Again, body language, tone, and the language he uses.
All right, so you got a reason to be here?
I do, yeah.
Okay, since when in America, when you're legally parked on the side of the road, do you need a reason to do that? So that's a stupid question right off the bat. This might be a long video.
And what is your reason for being here?
That's none of your concern.
Well, again, what do cops believe that you have to answer to them? If you're not committing a crime, they're working for you. Not the other way around. You don't have to answer their questions. They have to answer yours.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a funeral? None of your concern.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It isn't any of your concern what he's doing. He's legally parked there and he's not breaking any laws. End of story. But, of course, it never ends because cops can never go away. They can never admit they're wrong. And you'll see what happens here.
Have you ever heard of a freedom of movement? Like you
That's
can be
fine, but you don't live in this neighborhood.
Oh, there we go. Have you ever heard of freedom of movement? That's fine. Obviously, it's not fine to the police of America because all you do is impede Americans, ruin lives, and steal revenue and create revenue for the state. Don't get me wrong. The cops that actually enforce crimes with victims and damages, I'm not mad at them. It's the ones that do stuff like this where dude's doing nothing wrong, and just because someone in the neighborhood don't want him there, this cop comes up and starts acting like he owns the neighborhood and he represents the neighborhood, and who are you, and you don't live here. And then he's going to say later that he was being polite. Just watch.
How do you know that?
Well, that's where I'm at. First of all,
yeah, but that's none of your business.
Somebody called in a complaint.
Well, that's not.
They're getting more aggressive and stepping closer because he doesn't like what the guy's saying to him.
Not a crime. That's not a misdemeanor. That's not a felony.
Now he calls for a fellow gang member to come along.
Okay,
so there's
good.
no reason for you to be making contact with me other than
I can make
being
some
consensual.
called right of inquiry, right?
If I allow it to be a consensual encounter, right? So Is there anything else that you need?
Pull up.
Two cop cars because I'm parked here.
I might start doing this since most people think I'm Hispanic. Just go park in some fancy neighborhood.
I guess somebody called on me, so they're coming here to investigate a known criminal activity. How you doing, sir? What's your name and badge number? P number?
Show 267.
Thank you. How about you, sir?
You can see, right? You can see?
Oh, that's what you're gonna tell the judge?
Really?
You don't see my costume?
All right, so I'm gonna ask you again. You have a reason to be here?
And I'm going to tell you again, it's none of your business, moron. See, I don't know how this guy's so calm and collected. Because I'm already offended by this cop for the first split second I saw a stupid face walk up. This guy is so composed. How do they do this? I'm telling you, cops need to be berated because this is their attitude, like they're your owner. If everybody berated them the way I do, most people say, hey, it's not that crazy to do that because the cops are the ones in the wrong, are the aggressors, are the people who have the guns and the weaponry and all the force and the courts behind them. Americans should be looking out for Americans. Americans that blindly support the cops for no reason. I think what it is these upper middle class people think that the cops are going to protect them if something goes down. If something goes down, the first people that are going to go into hiding are cops. Mark my words.
And I already told you. Again,
No, you didn't tell me
yes,
anything.
I
What's your
do.
legitimate reason?
I'm not gonna
He told you it's none of your damn business, and it's not. Stupid.
tell you that's none of your concern, sir. That's none of your
Okay.
concern. Being parked in a car
Right.
without any kind of reasonable articulable suspicion, you cannot be coming here and asking me.
I
You
can't
can
be
laugh
coming
all you
here?
want. I have a master's
I
in
can't.
criminal justice.
Good.
With a focus on criminal law and procedure.
Good.
That's why I'm becoming a cop because guys, not you, because you just came here. But guys like you,
Right.
get your police department sued left and right. And who pays for that? We do.
Right.
Taxpayers. Because cops like you do not
Right. He thinks this is funny.
know
Right.
what they're doing.
Again, I'm gonna ask you
And
again.
again, I'm gonna
Again, I'm going to ask you again in a threatening tone. What are you doing here? And again, we're going to tell you, stupid, it's none of your business. I'm legally parked here. Take a hike. Again. Oh, God, I'd be so mad.
tell you, I'm
Do
not
you
gonna
have
tell
a
you.
reason for being here?
I do.
Yes, I'm an American. Dummy. How's that for a reason?
I'm not gonna disclose that.
Okay. Well,
I'm
Any
not gonna
reason why
disclose
you
that.
don't want to tell us?
Because I don't have to. I
Is
don't
that
have
a
to.
principle, or what's the deal?
Because the way he's coming at me, ask me if you
I asked
come
you a
to
question,
me,
and I came in, I was
already,
very
and I already
pleasant.
answered. Yeah,
I asked you a question and I was very pleasant. Remember the beginning of the video? The mean face, the attitude, the condescending tone. This guy's a piece of crap liar.
you came here politely.
right.
Which I
said to you,
admire,
we got a
and I appreciate.
complaint from a homeowner here about your car being there. Otherwise,
Right.
you wouldn't be here.
A complaint of what? A legally parked car in a neighborhood? We got a complaint of a legally parked car. A lawfully. What I hate about illegal and legal, those words sometimes sound like each other. Yeah, 911, what's your emergency? Yes, ma'am, there's a lawfully parked car here. Can we have 2 units stat? You got it, ma'am.
Officer, you seem a little bit more reasonable. If somebody calls you to check on a vehicle, right? A suspicious vehicle. That was the call, correct? Suspicious vehicle.
Did I tell you
You
that?
come here, you check that I'm just sitting here. There's nothing illegal in the car. You cannot smell any marijuana because I
Now he's looking for stuff. See him fishing through the window?
said I'm becoming a cop
Marijuana,
myself.
Who mentioned?
And
I don't think
and you
so.
don't
We're
see
just
anything in
we're
here.
just having a conversation. You just want to make sure that you're good.
Right.
That you're,
I'm
You're not having a consent. It's not consensual. The guy said it's not consensual.
fine, which I
maybe-
already explained. I have a reason to
maybe
be
you're
here.
delivering newspapers. Maybe you're visiting a friend. We're just trying to understand that
Right.
you're good. That's it.
I understand.
He's good. He already said he's good. You don't see anything that makes him not good. You keep escalating, though. Take a hike.
And I understand, but I have no legal obligation to help you in your investigations. I can just say, I'm just sitting here. I have a legitimate reason to be here. That should be the end of it. Okay, you're good? Have a good day, sir. But
That even better than that, if he just kept the window rolled up and never rolled it down, that would be just fine too. You don't have to speak to these people if you're not breaking any laws. Don't get me wrong. If they come up to your window and he pulls a baton out and says he's going to bust the window, you got to use your judgment. You can't. This type of stuff isn't black and white. There's lots of gray. So for me, as soon as I got pissed off with this dude, I would just roll up my window or leave it cracked and be like, I don't answer questions. Please leave me alone. That's easy for me to say that now that I'm watching the video 2 times. And it's different when you're on scene, believe me.
You want to escalate it. I don't know if you want to let your ego get in your way, get on your judgment.
You don't know me, bro.
But that,
We know you, bro. It's been 5 minutes and you've been an egotistical bastard already. What are you talking about? We see you on camera. You don't know you. You don't know you.
Obviously don't know.
Well, we're still talking when we shouldn't be. I already said I don't want to be having this conversation. I want to continue my day and sit here.
Do you have legitimate business for being here?
For the 4th time, yeah.
Yes. And it's none of your business what it is. And you're nobody to me. You have 0 authority over me. And I'm never going to explain myself to another man unless I've committed a crime. Do you understand at this point? Dummy.
Yes, I do.
And what would that be?
Which
None of your stupid business.
you're not going to know.
Okay. So instead of being, because I'm hearing 2 things. He wants to be a cop, but he's actually very anti to me.
So again, this guy asserting his rights that this cop swore to protect makes him anti-cop. So cops think that if you actually know the law, you're anti-cop. If you know the Constitution, you're anti-cop. If you want freedom of movement, you're anti-cop. If you want the cops to uphold your right to privacy, you're anti-cop. So any type of core American principle that protects the liberty, freedom, and privacy of an American and safety of an American from the government equals anti-cop to a cop. That's their culture. That's what they believe. If you don't 100% comply with them, regardless of their ignorance of the law and their overall general stupidity, then you're anti-cop. This guy's an absolute moron.
If I have to say
Definitely
honestly,
not.
You're
Definitely
very
not.
anti.
I'm anti-cop.
Because-
Anti-corrupt cop. Anti-corrupt, stupid, egotistical cop who ruins lives. And you're fitting the bill right now.
Let me explain something. You have a master's.
Let me cop-splain something to you. Hand gestures, weaponry, hand on the gun. Let me explain something to you.
in criminal justice.
I do, sir.
Okay, and I got
Yes.
2 master's degrees. Okay.
Good.
All right.
what?
Let me explain
In
something
what?
to you. Let me explain. That's none of your business.
Well,
It's in swimming pool management and library silence coding and right hand privilege and critical race theory. That's why I got 2 master's degrees. There's a reason you don't want to say what they're in. You're not proud of it.
Let me explain.
it's
something.
none of my business, but it's your business
Let
for
me-
you to know what I'm
why-
doing.
Why are you open to having a conversation? He's trying.
Because he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to. We have the right not to be bothered by you and molested on the streets of America when we're not doing anything. Why don't you want to talk to guys who ruin lives? Why don't you want to talk to guys who shoot people? Why don't you want to talk to guys who kill 3 Americans a day? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You don't know. You got, again, the police force in America is just like Scientology. It's a blue cult. They all say the same things nationwide. They all use the same buzzwords. They all operate the same way. None of them respect the 4th or 1st Amendment or the 2nd Amendment. Probably the most important amendments, 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. And the cops have a deep hatred for all 4 of those.
I'm not
Right.
open to having
I
a
think-
conversation.
I
That's the
think I've
thing.
been
I like
right
to
over
continue what I was doing on my phone, waiting for, without having to have interactions with law enforcement.
Okay.
That's it.
But understand what I'm saying to you, brother. Okay? If you sitting up here and you understand, if you have a master's in criminal justice,
Yeah.
you
No,
know.
No air quotes, dummy. Oh, there's a screenshot right there. No air quotes. I believe the kid has a master's. Why don't you, punk?
All right, quotes.
Hold on,
I'll
hold on,
continue.
hold on.
Yeah.
And you have a duty, right?
Again, he's being sarcastic, making air quotes, demeaning the guy, when all you need is a GED to become a cop. And why don't you tell us what your master's degrees are in? Philosophy? Egotisticalness? Not self-reflection.
Yes.
Based on a phone call, a complaint, you have to investigate it. So what you going to say?
Right.
I can't do my job?
No, you can come here.
No, you come check. You see the dude's legally parked. You can't do nothing. Stop escalating. Go away. Go find a crime where there's an actual plaintiff.
Right.
Did,
so what I asked you was, and I was very polite.
Yes, you were.
I didn't use no.
Now he's gonna start claiming he was polite when clearly he wasn't. If you go back and watch, and he's gonna start not letting this guy talk, copsplain over him, and be aggressive. You watch.
Foul language. I didn't yell. I didn't scream.
Which I appreciate.
What you guys are witnessing here is what actually a lot of cops like to do. As you guys can tell, this officer is actually creating a hypothetical situation in his mind, trying to justify his actions for violating one's rights. And of course, the term used for this method is the one we all know and love, and that is called copsplaining. A lot of officers
and that's why I'm making this video, because I mother effing coined that term, and nobody gives me credit for it. So there's my rant.
do it in hopes to get you to incriminate yourself or to violate your rights. Keep watching.
That's your department's policy. And I explained to you, I said, we got a complaint.
Right.
From a homeowner.
Which I understand.
Right. So it's our duty to find out, okay, if it's a car that they don't recognize.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
We have to inquire to see who it is and what's going on.
Actually, no, you don't. You could say, man, there's a car that's lawfully parked in your neighborhood. Is the guy doing something strange inside the car? Did you see him engage with anybody? Is there any drug activity? Or is he just lawfully parked in your neighborhood and it bothers your little Karen face?
Oh, no.
Correct. But that doesn't mean that I have to...
You're taking offense to me for doing my job.
This is not... Listen.
No. We're taking offense because you came up aggressive, you made stupid faces, you have a bad attitude, you're copsplaining, you're doing everything outside of the Bill of Rights. You're not obeying your oath, and you will not go away. You can't accept that you only have so much authority when nobody's breaking a law. You can't accept that. And you keep escalating.
This is not the first time.
Or you had to say, but then you say that to me. Say, look, brother, I go through this all the time. Yeah, well, listen, I've been parked in neighborhoods and the same thing is happening. Okay, but I have a legitimate...
And so you still haven't figured it out?
And I said, yeah, this is okay, I'm not going to share it with the person who made the call, but I'll share it with you, officer. This is what it is.
Yeah, but that is if I want to. I don't have to.
But
and that's what you need to understand.
You see what I'm saying? You're anti-cop because you don't want to share your personal information in your life with another strange man with a gun and a magical costume. You're the problem. You won't accept me. You don't bow down. You're not a bootlicker. That means you're anti-cop.
Okay.
Of course.
That's why I say, if you say to me, look, I'm doing this in this address, then you know what? Then, thank you so much. You know what?
If you could just explain yourself to me, everything will be fine. Shut up, dude. Again, I would have rolled the window up.
Don't worry about it. I don't know what it is, but these people are wondering, like, why is this car who
and
we don't
they could wonder, but again, that's none of their business either. You know, okay. I'm as a free citizen, I should be able to travel anywhere I want to without being investigated by police.
You're not being investigated.
That's exactly what he's doing. Asking him where he's at and what his business is. You're investigating the guy. Again, they're just imbeciles. They're a cult. Plain and simple.
Just you asking me what I'm doing here.
Monroe Jackson for 1054. Panic keypad.
They got 9-6 and 6-4. Listen, like I said, we just wanted to make sure that you're good, right?
Right.
It's a lot easier if you just, cooperate,
But I don't have
From
to.
our point of view, I don't know if you live in the area. Do you live around here?
But that's the thing, you don't know.
I'm just asking.
You don't know, but you don't have to know.
I still could ask, though.
Yeah, you could ask, and I respectfully decline. It's that simple.
They see they can't handle, even when he says I respectfully decline, awkward silence, it's like malfunction. He doesn't see our costume. He doesn't follow our cult like the other bootlickers. He doesn't have a blue line sticker on his car. We have to transition him. Re-education camp.
Do you understand where we're coming from, right?
I understand where you're coming from, yes. But I also understand how to go. Listen, my cousin's an LT. Like, I deal with this. Like, they know, they have told me how this should have gone. Like, how this interaction should go. Hey, how are you? Are you okay? Like, do you have any business in the area? Yes, you do. Okay, great. Nothing seems illegal. Have a good day. That should have been it.
Let me ask you a question. You got common sense, right?
I do,
Let me ask you a question.
There's an insult. You got common sense, right? No, you're the one who's not operating with common sense. You're burning up the taxpayers' money for a lawfully parked car. And you're justifying it all because someone picked up a phone. A random person in the neighborhood picked up a phone. Do you have common sense?
Right. If somebody was burglarizing someone's house.
That's nothing to do with me.
Listen. If
There he goes. He cuts him off. If somebody, it goes right back to the burglary thing. This is copsplaining overload all day.
somebody had criminal intent to burglarize somebody's house and they're sitting in a car, and I'm not saying you are.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying to you.
Then what does it have to do with anything? What does that have to do with this situation in any manner? Again, the copsplaining gets so old.
And they said, and I came and investigated, and they said the same thing. Oh, well, no, there's nothing. Yeah, I'm here on business. You don't have to know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay? You can say, but that person's not proving it to me by merely saying that they're here on business.
Proving it to you. No one has to prove anything to you, dummy. I'm in a lawfully parked car in a supposed free country. I don't even have to speak to you at all. I don't have to roll my window down. I don't have to look at you. I don't have to do anything. That's what you need to figure out. We the people are the boss, not guys that are the extreme minority in magical costumes. Keep escalating.
Okay.
Okay?
So what do you think? What do you think I want you to tell me what the outcome would be if I don't tell you what I'm doing here.
Again, you want to turn this into a confrontational situation.
No, he asked you a simple question, dummy. Do you have common sense?
I don't. You got some.
Obviously, I just asked you. Basically, I told you what it was. Okay. I don't know.
You told him what it was. Someone called and said there's a lawfully parked car there. They probably added the word suspicious, but that is such a subjective term. It means nothing. And that's another buzzword cops like to use to impede your freedom and detain you unlawfully.
Exactly. You sit up here and say you got relatives on the police force. Obviously, they haven't, and you're not well informed by them. I understand what I'm saying.
So now he's insulting him again. Your cousins who are lieutenants, your cousin who's a lieutenant doesn't know what he's talking about, but I do. Even though there's still no crime here, he still hasn't done anything wrong, nor does he have any obligation to give you anything, tell you anything, hand you anything at all. You don't know what you're talking about. Do you have any common sense?
I understand what I'm saying because
so all the LTs I know are wrong.
I don't
well, you're right.
I don't care what their positions are, but understand what I'm saying to you. Right? If you're a
He doesn't have an ego, though.
taxpayer and you're a homeowner, right? You live in a neighborhood. If
You're a homeowner.
a car that was sitting in front of your neighbor's house, maybe your neighbor's was away for 2 or 3 weeks, right? And you were like, yo, that car's been sitting there 2-3 hours, whatever it was, it didn't sit right.
2-3 hours.
No, listen.
I just got here.
I'm giving you I'm giving you a scenario.
Less than 20 minutes ago.
I'm not saying
I'm hard. I'm hard copsplaining hard.
I'm not accusing you.
Okay.
I'm giving you a scenario.
Right.
And I say, okay, 2-3 hours, blah, blah, blah. But it's not sitting right with you. For whatever reason. You're like, I don't recognize that
I will
car.
call the cops. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't.
That's sad that you would call the cops. How about watching them? How about putting cameras on your house? Again, your health, your safety, your security of your home is your responsibility. Cops have zero obligation to protect anyone. Castle Rock versus Gonzalez.
We have to respond because that's our duty to respond. That's why I said if you got family on the force, call them up and ask them what they would tell you.
I know they would try to do exactly what you're doing.
In other words, I don't sit up here. I'm a cop. I've gotten pulled over. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, well, I don't have to listen to what you're asking me, but hey, you know what? I don't have to give you my ID, or I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that.
Depending on what you're going to pull over for.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't take offense to the cop.
I didn't.
I take offense to cops that don't know when to quit, don't know the law, don't honor their oath, are condescending, have a mean scowl on their face, their hand on their gun all the time. I do take offense to that. How about learning the law before you try to enforce it?
I think you did.
No, I'm sorry if I can be that way. You did because
I just kind of fed up with. Here. Yeah, listen, bro, I've been there, bro. Come on, man. I've been there. We're here on a complaint that somebody called.
When they start doing the hand clap thing, they're reaching. They got nothing. They really have nothing. Flimsy phone calls. Police use a flimsy phone call to enter your property, detain you, etc., etc. It's disgusting. It's not RAS. It's not PC. It's straight up hearsay, and it means nothing. It's weak. It's garbage. Don't talk to them. Roll up your windows. If like this guy's pressing and pressing and pressing, and the guy in the car can handle it, but if you're in this situation and they're getting to you and you feel pressured and intimidated and coerced, roll your window up. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Ask for a supervisor.
And if they didn't call, we wouldn't be over here talking. We wouldn't even be over here talking.
First thing you do when you get pulled over is turn on your video app on your phone and start recording. First and foremost, you need to do that, no matter what. Even before you roll up the window, anything. Make sure you're recording.
This conversation.
I understand that 100%.
Right.
My issue is that after the fact, after me telling you that I'm here for a legitimate reason, we're still having a conversation where we shouldn't be.
Legitimate business.
Cuts him off again. No, you're not. You're here on a flimsy hearsay phone call.
There's nothing anybody can say about it. And if they call back again, guess what? Nobody's going to come back here.
Nobody can say nothing about it now because I'm not doing anything wrong and I'm lawfully parked and you're a moron and you can't stop copsplaining. Wonder how many lives you've ruined.
So you could
come. You could come. I mean, I have no issues. I mean, no reasonable person would think that, hey, this guy pull up 7 a.m. in the morning with his fucking Instagram in the car and he's trying to rob my house. In this fucking car that it stands out of like, this is not a Honda Civic.
What do you mean Instagram?
The Instagram handle right there. On the window.
So this is something a younger generation does now. They put their Instagram or Facebook name or username. It's usually Instagram. And you look up their Instagram handle and you can see all their photos and stuff. So who he is, his name, and his pictures and the identity is right on his car. And the cops are too busy copsplaining and try to force themselves on him, that they could have just grabbed their phone and probably took a screenshot or went to Instagram. Again, they're not progressive thinkers. They're not open-minded. They go through the Blue Line Cult Academy and they pop out like Scientologists, and all they know is what they've been taught inside that thing and the brotherhood on the blue line. And you dare cross the blue line, like for instance, I believe one cop, the guy was dying from a drug overdose, and the cop slaps him, calls him the B word, sticks his baton in his mouth. The other cop who was with him turns him in. The cop who did the beating and the baton gets an 8-day suspension, and the whistleblower gets removed from the police union. And I think they actually prosecuted him or something.
The sticker. For Instagram, like anybody could look me up. Like who would go and try to rob somebody or rob a house with their Instagram?
We don't know.
They don't know that.
So they don't know that, my man. And either do I. I'm busy trying to force myself on you. You're telling me that if I just look at that name on Instagram, I immediately know who you are? So they were going to eventually ask for ID, but he cut him off before he could even get there. And that's why these cops are still there, because they can't deal with the fact that their little ploy didn't work on this guy.
You know what? It could have been, I don't know. It could have been an older person called. You really think they looking under? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've been
like you. Oh, I've been there, trying to relate with the guy. If you've been there, you shouldn't be doing the same thing. You should have learned.
I've had the same thing happen to me, bro. I don't take offense to the cop, because I know that cop is doing his job.
No, you don't know that he's doing his job because you don't know how to do yours. What are you talking about? There is no I know. It's you have faith in the blue cult. You're programmed. It's not that you know. It's like when people say believing is knowing. No. Knowing is knowing, and believing is having faith. You have faith that the cop is doing his job because you don't know what the job is, even though you took the job.
And like I said, if you got relatives on the force, you know. Ask your cousins, okay, well, you know what, we had to do that. This is not personal.
I understand that.
Right?
I understand. 100%.
Listen, I'd rather not even be sitting up here bothering you. But
you could have left 10 minutes ago. But you don't have common sense. And you didn't.
Somebody made a phone call. You know the way.
Again, a phone call means nothing. That's hearsay, flimsy garbage. They made a phone call saying what? There's a lawfully parked car, but I don't like it?
Things work. We got a call. The same.
You know the way things work. They make a call. You're a black guy or whatever. Seems like it. I've been there, bro.
person that calls up say, hey, I call the police when this, that, another, they don't show up, they don't do this, they don't do their job. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a taxpayer, you own a home,
I understand that you
have that same right. If you call the police and you say, well, I called police on that car the other day, I don't know what it was there for, but they didn't show up, or maybe they came, they didn't do their job. So that's what I'm saying. If you
don't have to show up, and you don't have to show up to a lawfully parked car. Who cares what people say? Let people learn the law and understand what priorities are. Crimes with victims and damages and endangerment. This is none of that. This is nothing. This is way too much funding for the police force, or waste of funds, period.
understand that. If even your relatives have conveyed that to you, then my thing would be you wouldn't be taking that type of tone or attitude with us.
Right.
Like you're taking it personal.
I'm not taking it personal. I
And
just
trust
don't want to be bothered. Like, I already told you why I'm here.
They can't see, you don't understand. If you don't want to be bothered by cops and you just want to go about your day, then you're anti-cop. You understand? Lick my boots or you're anti-cop. No matter if I know the law or not, doesn't matter. You're anti-cop.
You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I don't even have.
Yes, he did tell you he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. You just talk over him.
Dude, look, I invite you to call your Sarge and say, hey, Sarge, I have a car here. They're not doing anything illegal. They're just sitting in the car. Do I have any reasonable suspicion activity to ask for the ID or demand what they're doing, to know what they're doing? And he's going to tell either or not. Whether
Listen, forget all that legal stuff, man. Just listen. They don't know that, bro.
he's good, like a sergeant, he'll tell you yes or no.
It so much.
Right.
What was that?
We just want to make sure that you're good, you know.
And this guy, we just want to make sure you're good, you know. We try to make sure you're good. You're good. Using that's another tactic they use is we just want to know you're good. That's a erroneous term. I told you I'm good. Now what do you want? You specifically, how do you want to see that I'm good? Good in what way? Articulate. My God, I get so annoyed.
I already said I'm Gucci. I'm good.
Right. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? What is this quiet STI? You said
that's a car. Quiet STI.
Well, yeah, but you use that as you was talking about they could look it up. What is
that's my personal profile on Instagram. It has my pictures and everything. So if anybody's trying,
the cops having an epiphany. You try to tell me that if I see that on someone's car, I could just look that into an application and see everything about them. I could have just done that 10 minutes ago instead of using the old blue line Scientology methods. Blue Scientologists
to steal or rob a house, they wouldn't have their personal handle.
Listen, brother.
Instagram handle.
Now listen, when I came here, did I say anything about you stealing?
No. I'm just saying.
What I said
You did Copsplaining burglary, which has nothing to do with the situation. Yes, you did.
to you is somebody called in a complaint, which we get them all the time.
And what's the complaint? There's a lawfully parked car in my neighborhood with a person inside doing nothing unlawful? What was the complaint?
Okay, I've come here. We've had to, sit up here and inquire with people who are private investigators. Some of them were undercover cops.
Right.
Dude, there's no exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm. Which I understand 100%.
What rule? That if you get a call about a lawfully parked car, it doesn't matter who you are, you need to explain yourself to us? I mean, do you have any common sense?
You don't. However, like I said, just because you come here and ask me what I'm doing,
Now, you see how he aggressively is waving that car on? Like, you're blocking them, dummy. And then you're getting all aggressive with your arm. Get your cars out of the way. Go do something productive.
I have to disclose that. What was that?
Do you have a lot of exhaust, by the way?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, here we go. So they got nothing. They finally realized they have nothing. Their copsplaining didn't work. So now they're going on a fishing expedition. Are you sure your exhaust isn't loud? Again, this is blue cult.
No.
Or modified?
No.
No, I figured maybe that's, someone called the cop.
I don't know. There are many cars with loud exhaust. It looks big, but it's not loud at all.
Yeah, typical WRX.
Yeah, WRX,
right.
All right, well.
Looking through the car.
Listen, thanks for
Let me know what you guys think about this one.
There you go, guys. He said the original video's down. I'll put the link to this video from San Joaquin, so fresh and so clean. I'll put the link for this in the description. Please subscribe to Dog. He did a great job. Please don't become a cop, Dog. If you become a cop and you have that type of critical thinking ability and a master's degree, first of all, they're not going to want you there. Secondly, they don't want people who have critical thinking ability. You need to fall onto the blue line cult. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. John's Coin Rings. Get your orders in for Christmas. Some lady just sent me 15 rings to make for her. I'm going to be very busy today. What else? Lifeguard imaging. If you live anywhere near Clearwater, Florida, go to Lifeguard Images for a free heart scan if you mention my name, John Filax. Lifeguard imaging. What else? T-shirt store. People who actually donated to me, bless you, thank you so much. I should thank you individually, each one of you, but there's only so much time in the day. Hopefully you're watching. You're probably watching. Thank you so much, the people who did that. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a happy Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. And Kwanzaa, Anyway, much love, peace, tranquility. See you, bye.